Spring came. After that hard winter, one could not get enough of the nimble air. Every morning I wakened with a fresh consciousness that winter was over. There were none of the signs of spring for which I used to watch in Virginia. There was only spring itself, rising suddenly, sinking suddenly, impulsive and playful. If I had been tossed down blindfolded on that red prairie, I should have known that it was spring.
Willa Cather, My Antonia, 1918. Willa Cather moved to Nebraska when she was 9 and resided there through college. But it wasn't until she moved out east that she was able to write about the prairie and all the things she loved. It was my favorite book, and I read that it was Willa's favorite too of all her novels.
Antonia. Her name was accented thus.
She uses a male narrator to recount an unrequited love for the beautiful immigrant Antonia. But when I read it, I hear Willa's voice describing a passionate love in disguise. Willa Cather was a lesbian.
So am I.
So I know a few things about how lesbians hide things and keep romantic things private.
Each morning, while the dew was still on the grass, Antonia went with me up to the garden to get early vegetables for dinner. Grandmother made her wear a sunbonnet, but as soon as we reached the garden, she threw it on the grass and let her hair fly in the breeze.
I remember how she bent over the pea vines, beads of perspiration used to gather in her upper lip like a little mustache.
Oh, better I like to work out of doors than in a house.
She used to sing joyfully.
I not care that your grandmother say it makes me like a man.
I like to be like a man.
I like to be like a man, too.
What?
I'm just kidding. What are you reading?
Oh, My Antonia.
Never heard of it.
It's by Willa Cather.
Any good?
It's the most beautiful book I've ever read.
Read me something.
All the nights were close and hot during that harvest season. I used to lie in my bed by the open window and watch the heat lightning play softly along the horizon, or looking up at the gaunt frame of the windmill against the blue night sky. One night there was a beautiful electric storm, though not enough rain fell to damage the cut grain.
Antonia and I climbed up on the slanting roof of the chicken house to watch the clouds. The thunder was loud and metallic like the rattle of sheet iron, and the lightning broke in great zigzags across the heavens, making everything stand out and come close to us for a moment. In the lightning flashes it looked like deep blue water with a sheen of moonlight on it. Great warm splashes of rain fell on our upturned faces. That's cool.
Yeah, I love the characters too. I like to imagine myself in it, you know, living the story in a way.
I should check it out sometime.
I could lend you mine.
Cool, thanks.
Her eyes.
They were big and warm and full of light, like the sun shining on brown pools in the wood.
Stephanie, that was her name. We worked together. That was the first time we met, and after that we met all the time.
You changed your hair.
I don't know if I like it.
It's cute.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be cute.
Why?
I don't know, I just get confused about myself sometimes.
Why?
I don't know, I'm not sure how feminine I want to be. I struggle with it, you know? Femininity.
Oh.
You must think that's really weird.
No, I think it's probably normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can be really scary, you know, figuring out who you are, but eventually you figure it out. I mean, I questioned for a long time before I could say out loud that I like women.
Okay, I never said that. But what I did say was...
Did you know Willa Cather used to dress in men's trousers?
No way.
And she chopped off all her hair and asked everyone to call her William.
That must have been a scandal.
She wanted to be a doctor too, which was totally all men at the time.
I was hiding behind Willa's story, the way she hid behind her male narrator.
So, I have a friend who's in a play this weekend, and I was thinking about going on Saturday. And, well, would you like to see it?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, great. I'll come by your place and we'll go from there.
I didn't know if it was an official date or we were just going to go see a play together. But I did know if this was a night. I was going to say it out loud.
Magnified across the distance by the horizontal light, a plow stood out against the sun and was exactly contained within the circle. The handles, the tongue, the share, black against the molten red. There it was, heroic in size, a picture writing on the sun. Even while we whispered about it, our vision disappeared. The ball dropped and dropped until the red tip went beneath the earth. The fields below us were dark. The sky was growing pale, and the forgotten plow had sunk back into its own littleness, somewhere on the prairie.
You seem a little distracted.
I'm fine.
Well, the play was awesome, and well, you look great. I mean it. You look totally adorable. Your hair, that shirt, you look amazing.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to. I'm just noticing you.
Okay.
You sure you're all right?
Yeah. I have something to tell you.
Uh-oh.
No, it's not.
Okay, what is it?
I'm a lesbian, and I really like you. Oh, I shouldn't have those
No,
stupid...
it's okay. I mean, I figured as much. I'm flattered, you know, that you think of me like that. Thanks for telling me. I think you're great.
As we walked homeward across the fields, the sun dropped and lay like a great golden globe in the low west. While it hung there, the moon rose in the east, thin as a bubble or a ghost moon.
I want you to know.
For 5, perhaps 10 minutes, the two luminaries confronted each other across the level land, resting on opposite edges of the world.
There's some stuff going on.
In that singular light, every little tree and shock of wheat drew itself up high and pointed. The very clods and furrows in the field seemed to stand up sharply.
I have to move out of my apartment next week, but I want you to have my new number.
I felt the old pull of the earth, the solemn magic that comes out of those fields at nightfall.
I wish I could be a little boy again, and that my way would end there.
Call me, okay? Thanks for a wonderful time.
Willa Cather had special friendships, you know, romantic friendships with a couple different women throughout her life. But she burned all her correspondence because she didn't want people thinking she was a lesbian, and she didn't want anyone digging into her personal life. She probably didn't want to show up in any plays either. But even though she had to hide now and then, moments of pure brilliance shined through when she told the truth in her stories, even when it was hard and even when it didn't work out in the end. I think I'm still deciding how to tell the end of this story.
Thanks for a wonderful time. Call me, okay?
I called her new number, but she never called back. She quit work and she never returned my copy of My Antonia. She disappeared. That's all I know. I got accepted to a writing program out east. I start this fall. I'll journey there and begin a new life. Maybe when I arrive, I'll discover how to tell the end of my own prairie love story.
I only had to close my eyes to hear the rumbling of the wagons in the dark, and to again be overwhelmed by that obliterating strangeness. The feelings of that night were so near that I could reach out and touch them with my hand. I had a sense of coming home to myself, of having found out what a little circle, man's experience, is.